Hey, have you ever wished for something? I know I have. Have you really wished and you really wished and wished and wished? And what happened? Well, sometimes they come, don't they? Sometimes. Sometimes rarely. Because what's a wish? What is a wish when we think about it? To me, it's just a hope. And there's nothing wrong with hope. Some people say never have false hope. But can you have false hope? I think it depends if someone's giving you false hope. But if you have hope in yourself, it's better than having no hope, isn't it? But again, hope, I think it's like a wish, and wish is hope. But how then do we have our dreams, our goals come to fruition? Because if we have a goal, we hope it's going to happen, don't we? We wish it's going to happen. But what would happen if you, with every goal that you have, every dream that you have, every idea that you want to pursue, you actually spoke out loud the intention of that dream, that goal, that idea, what you intend to have happen, what you expect to have happen? Because expectation is so much more firmer than a wish, isn't it? And a hope. I expect this to happen. And you see, I say that again. You see, when you expect something to happen and you have an intention and an expectation, you have a confidence. As if you really believe it. You have to believe it. Because if you believe, this is what I'm going to get, you have confidence in yourself. You have to. And it's not a case of, I will get confidence when I've done it. No. Because then it's just a wish again. And you're leaving it, spraying and praying, leaving it to the lap of the gods or whatever. Because when you take action then on that intention, well, now we start talking. Our dreams become richer, fuller. The goals become obtainable. All these are firm words that you can hold in your hands. And you can feel them. Because they feel firm. They feel doable. And so if you expect something like that, you say, well, what would I expect as a skill? What would I expect as an emotion? What would I expect as a belief to have this happen? That's what I'm going to do. Because that's all this thing. So I'd love people to have dreams. I also love them to have wishes. And I love them to have hope. But once we get that, I wish this is going to happen. I really do hope it's going to happen. And then say to ourselves, well, if it did happen, what would I expect now? What would be my intention? What is my why? Why do I want this so much? What would it allow me to do? What feelings would it give me? And when you ask that type of question, when you answer it, you don't say, well, it'll bring me happiness. You'd feel that happiness. Well, what would that feel like? If I achieved that right now, what would that feel like? And that's what I expect then. And all this is just a message, or not just. This is also a message that goes straight into your unconscious mind. You're now being the goal setter with intention. And you're telling your unconscious mind how you want to believe, how you want to feel, how you want to behave. And you'll find when you do that, you can then take responsibility for it. Because it feels like you. It feels like your own. And you own it. And when you own it, you're responsible for it. And you're responsible for the effects. You're responsible for the results. And that's when you really start to schedule things out. That's when you start taking those steps towards the goal that you want. And the thing is, when you get close to the end, you start thinking, what will this allow me to do? What is my next goal? So it's always a continuation. You keep the momentum going from that to the next, because there's never a stop, is there? There's always something else we could do. Or when we look for opportunities, you find, whoa, there's so much more. But you have to look for them. And they come from this expectation of the result you're going to get and the opportunities that will allow you to be. So again, just a 5-minute quickie to muse, to think about, do I live in the land of wishes? Do I live in the land of hope? And if I do, that's pretty good. But how can I take a step further to make it into reality? To make my reality? Because that's what you do. You create it. That's all. You're the only bugger who does it. Hope that's got you thinking. Now, I'm sure, that when you think of that, you might go, sounds all very well, Cluffy, but how? What are the steps? I feel unconfident now. You said there'll be confidence, but I'm feeling a little bit of fear. I'm feeling a little anxious because maybe that's like a past pattern and we need to break out that pattern. So if you do have those thoughts on your wishes and your dreams and your hopes that you're going to turn into fruition, let me know. And we'll work out a process that will allow you to let go of that anxiety, that fear, and to find the inner confidence to get what you want. How do you do that? Well, you email me, feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. You can also go to the free hypnosis, the free hypnosis tracks I have. That's at paulcloughonline.com/podcast. They're there for you. They're added resources. Or I can just guide you to them or create a process for you and we'll have a longer podcast. So we're really going into detail to get you to where you want to be. Because that's what I dream for you. That's what I hope for you. That's what I wish for you. That's what I intend for you. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that. Please pass it on to whoever you think might be of interest to this, might feel a benefit of this. So just enjoy, have a think, have a muse. It's a 5-minute quickie. That's all we do here. And I'll see you the next time. And we'll have a jolly good time. Enjoy. Okay. Time to fly, my friend.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.
Hey, welcome to the 5-minute quickie. And if you're new here, just a little explanation what a 5-minute quickie podcast is with the Personal Development Unplugged podcast. Well, it's basically me just musing and hopefully getting you to muse, to think. Think about different things just over, say, 5 minutes, and maybe you'll take them away. Those thoughts, develop them, and maybe we can develop them together in a longer podcast. Sometimes they'll be, they're never 5 minutes, I tell you that now, or very rarely. There may even be a little process there, I don't know, but it's things that I've come across, read, heard, and just something I want to share with you. Just to think and to probe and get ourselves in a way that we can just keep striving to be that little bit different, a little bit better, so we can be the change we want to see in others and be the change we want to be in ourselves. Just a thought. Just becoming aware of maybe what is new, what we can do. When we start thinking of things like that, I believe it means we start to create those things as well. Because you have a feeling. The feeling that those thoughts generate, and that feeling will, I think, resonate into action and results. Anyway, that's a quick roundup intro of the 5-minute quickie.